Hi guys, welcome back to T.R.'s Tarot Talk 1111. This is Tuesday, February 12th, and we are going to do the daily love vibe. This is for divine union between divine masculine, divine feminine. It's bringing the two energies together. This is soulmate, soul contracts. If you think that you have met somebody that is truly your soulmate, this reading is for you. If not, if it was just a Friday night hookup and you're, not as interested as maybe lifetimes interested, this might not be for you. Okay, but you tuned in for a reason, so hopefully Spirit has a reason for you to be here. You might want to stick around and see what's said. Okay, this is divine union. Okay, and all of our unions are divine union. I'm not making light of any union. I'm just saying this is, I've been channeling these divine unions that are coming into play. This is how you'll know if this reading is for you. If you just recently purged last month, maybe you're still doing it, relationships, you cut friends out, you might be leaving a relationship or getting a divorce, or you severed something very, very, very prominent in your life, and now you've created space, and all of a sudden something from your past is coming up for reevaluation. If you're on board so far with that scenario, this is your reading. Okay, that's the best way I can describe it. But this is the energy we're under, and Spirit told me to take the bottom of each deck. Okay, I used the Psychic Tarot for the head or the umbrella, or the energy we're under for Tuesday. This is the lesson to be learned. This is the masculine's headspace, the feminine's headspace, vice versa. Home, in case there's karmic situations. And then there's heart and hopes. And then we build a bridge. What does the masculine need to do to get toward the feminine? What does the feminine need to do to get toward the masculine? And then these red oracle cards are Spirit's advice on this journey to help mortar the bricks that are being laid. Okay, so the overall energy that we are under today is the Seven of Water. This is all about choices and confusion and sometimes disillusionment. Okay, it's a very complex decision. The need to do your research. Sometimes it means stop procrastinating, guys. So where do you fall in that spectrum? Do you feel like you've been procrastinating? Or do you feel like you've still got more research to do? Because that's kind of an either-or thing. But this is the energy. It's like, I'm hearing so much creative energy. You don't know what to pick. It's like you're on fire. There's something driving you forward. And you think it might be this relationship, but you're like, I don't know, I just got out of one and I'm just getting on my feet. And maybe this is me clearing space for somebody new, something fresh, something unexplored. And you've got all these decisions to make, because all of a sudden you're single and you're fabulous, or you should be, or you're working on it. So now you're like, oh, now I'm confused because I've created space. And anytime there's a vacuum, there is a magnetic pull to fill that vacuum. So when you love on yourself and you fill your own cup and you step into your power and say no instead of yes to behaviors that did not serve you, when you step into your power and say yes, I am done. Yes, I choose myself over this codependency or over these problems or these people or this drama, whatever. When you step into your power, when you say no to the dress, I just gave a private reading. I said yes to the dress, but maybe you're going to say no to the dress. You don't know yet. You're a little confused. So let's look over here. Oh, where I was going with that is when you become single and fabulous, everybody and their brother or sister, depending on your sex, all of a sudden is interested. They're like, oh, so-and-so's single? Really? They split up? Really? Tell me more. And then all of a sudden, you know, all these options come up. Because why? Because that's the way the universe works. When you purge something, when you get rid of something and create space, then the law of attraction is to fill that void. You get to help with the process. You get to choose what fills your void. Okay? We've got the Four of Cups on the bottom of the Connolly deck. Okay? This is nostalgia. It's yearning for something that you think you missed. It's a missed opportunity, or it's a perceived missed opportunity. It also could be an opportunity is being presented and you can't see it because you're so busy looking at something else. You're not focused. You're being distracted. Perhaps you still have some karmic lessons to learn that are distracting you from seeing the bigger picture. You know, most of the channeling I've done, these people should be beyond this shit. They really should. Okay? They should be mastering this by now. But they're not quite there yet, so there's still some karma. There's still something that needs to be purged and released. We'll see what Spirit says about that. And then we've got Imagine. That's like the Magician card. It's the manifestation card. It's like if you can dream it, it will be. So imagine. You got to be working on this. This is a 2. This is union 2. Okay, then we've got the Three of Earth, the power of creativity. Because when you mix creativity, the creative flow of energy with your thought process and your desires, bam, you manifest fast. Okay? So the power of creativity could be the Three of Earth. Okay? That's when I say creativity, I mean coming together with somebody else and co-creating. Co-creating together is what Spirit's saying. I could go with the old analogy that most people use in readings when they say, oh, building a solid foundation. I've done that. Been there, done that. Spirit says that this is co-creation. When the divine masculine and the divine feminine come into union, when old energies, old lessons have been learned and healed and purged, and space has been created, magnetic energy draws in what you're manifesting. So if you're dreaming, imagining, and then mixing the creative energy of the twin flame in that, or the union of soulmates, that's powerful, guys. That's more than partnering in the 3D and building a foundation. This is co-creation energy. They've graduated into creator status. Okay? This is recognition for very high quality work. Could be team player. That's all the conventional stuff. Spirit's telling me this is literally union. When the divine energies of masculine and feminine, no matter how it shows up in your circumstances, no matter what title or hat you put on it, if it's divinely guided, if it was a contract made in the 5D before you came to the 3D, this is a very, very beautiful union. It's important. It's important to your soul, and it's important to the universe. And you graduate. If you can balance this energy and pull your shit together, you are going to be in co-creator status with the creator. You will be in the creative flow together because you're anchoring unconditional love and Christ consciousness into the grid of Gaia, the energetic grid. This is bigger than just a Friday, Saturday night hookup, guys. Okay? Hope you recognize that. All right, so let's move on. What is going on in the masculine's headspace? The Lovers. Go figure. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day is what? 2 days away. And he's on his mind is his divine counterpart. This is union. Communication. It's also choices, but I feel like this is like, this is good energy. Could be a Gemini, if you read that way. I really don't. I'm learning just because there are a lot of people hooked on that. They've been eating a steady diet of that, so, but I try to intuit organically. All right, so he's really thinking about love, guys. He's really thinking about union. He's thinking about, Raphael, please, we're ready for union. That's what's on his head. That's what he's thinking about, guys. Tuesday, it's getting close to Valentine's Day. I'm real curious about what's going to happen here. My sleeve just knocked that off. Okay, so, bada bing, what's on her mind? What's on the mind of the feminine? Her wish. Oh my God, you guys, it's getting so close. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so we've got the Lovers, and then we've got wish fulfillment and hope. She's hoping, she's praying, she's holding space, she's wishing, she's manifesting. She has said yes to the contract. Wow. Did you girls even realize you were that close to choosing? Let me know in the comments Tuesday, February 12th, if you finally made your choice that yes, you're going to give this a try. You're going to say yes to the contract, and you're going to trust that that transformation has truly happened and the poor behavior of the past is behind us. That's epiphanic. It's epiphanic. I'm recording this on Monday, so I don't know. I don't know any more than you do. It's tomorrow, guys. It's tomorrow. I'm pre-recording it because my husband had a stroke, and he's in the hospital, and I'm waiting to hear whether they're going to release him or if he has more tests to do, or I don't know what's going to go on. So, I don't know what's going on here either. I'm separating, we're leaving. We're going our own way, and now he has a stroke. How does that affect my whole plans? I'm not sure yet, but we're going to see. And I'm going to trust. I'm going to take that leap of faith, and I'm going to have hopes, prayers, manifestation, and I want the highest and best of everybody involved. Everybody. I want him to be healed. I want him to be happy. I want him to find his divine counterpart. And, so I don't know what's going to happen. Put in the comments if somehow you woke up with a decision. Just thinking, you know what, I've watched enough videos. I've heard spirit talking in my head. I've seen numbers. I've had, because if you've gotten this far, if you're watching my video, you're pretty far ascended. You're almost there. Almost an ascended master. Really. That's big. Okay? If you miss this boat, it's okay. You got many lifetimes to get it right. But this is real close, guys. Real close. So let me know if you wake up just feeling like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to take a chance. What the hell? I've been through hell and back. I think I can do it one more time. Take one for the team. That kind of thing. All right, let's see what is on what's going on in the masculine's home space, where he lives, where he sleeps, where he bathes, where he eats, where he creates. Okay? What's going on there, Spirit? There's that Page of Wands in the upright. He's like, I'm back on my feet, gals. I'm back on my feet. Yep, I was down for a little while, but I'm back on my feet. This is the announcement of a beginning of a new project or vision. And if it's in a romance spread, which is exactly what this is a fresh new start with a childlike heart. Okay, this is not immature. This could be immaturity. This could be that night that's, in and out, in and out, in and out. But I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like he was knocked on his ass and the wind had been knocked out of him. And his compass was upside down. He didn't have a clear vision. He didn't have his GPS functioning. Didn't know how to get there from here, is what Spirit's saying. He didn't know how to get there from here. He needed guidance. He needed Spirit. And Spirit has brought him back to his feet, dusted off his knees, given him a magic compass to lead him directly to his feminine. I know that's very romantic channeling, but I'm feeling it. I really am. I'm feeling like it's just the beginning. I mean, it's not the be-all, end-all, but it's this young man coming back to that. It's a return to the innocence and the passion of his youth. Could get him in trouble. Not sure. We'll have to see. I'll throw some clarifiers on that. It could be that, you know, he's wanting to come in and do the sex thing and the in and out and not commit and whatever. But I'm not really channeling that. I'm kind of channeling like I'm back to point zero. This is where it all began. It's where it all began. This is who I was when this whole thing began. And I chose wrong. I made a bad choice. I didn't do it right. And I want to redo. I want to redo is what I'm hearing. Masculine is saying, I want to redo. I want to go back to point zero when it all began. And I want to make better choices. I don't want to be in and out. I want to bring my passion to fulfill your wishes. This is what I'm channeling. I'm sorry if it's not resonating, because I want it as bad as you do. Not sure, but that's what I'm feeling. So in the home, I don't feel any third party there. I don't feel any energy but his. Swear to you, I don't feel any energy but his. Not sure. We're going to get a clarifier on that one. Let's go through it first. The feminine in her home, it looks like. Oh, I got to clarify that one too. Come on, Spirit. I was hoping this wasn't going to be a 2-hour reading. Because this is the Six of Wands in reverse. Is it 6? No, I'm sorry. It's the 5 of Wands reversed. But because it's reversed, I'm thinking, is that inner conflict? Is there inner conflict going on in the feminine? Is that what that means in reverse? Or could it just be coming out, leaving inner struggle, or no longer struggling? I'm hearing it's not as much of a struggle. The burdens are lightening. It's not as much of a struggle at home. It's getting easier. The boat was too heavy. There was too many conflicts. The boat couldn't get out. That's why it's in reverse. You got to let go of the conflict, and you just got to let it go. Trust. Trust. You know, look for harmony and peace instead of strife. I'm going to throw clarifiers. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What deck do I want to use? Let's use the Witch's Tarot. Oh, and I just knocked all those down. All right, can I get a clarifier, first of all, on this Knight of Wands for the masculine? How does this play into this reading? Why is... Thank you. He's not giving up. He's back on his feet, guys. There's a new day dawning. This is the Nine of Wands, but in this deck, this is a rockin' Nine of Wands. You know, this person isn't tired anymore. They're back on their feet. She's on her feet. She's dressed to kill. He, she, you know, it's just an analogy. But in this deck, this is not a wounded warrior. This is somebody with renewed vigor, renewed passion. And why? Because there's a new day dawning, right? Warm. She could feel the warmth on the back of her. Okay? She can feel it. And she's looking hot. So he's going to be looking hot. And he's defending. He has not backed down. He did not give up. He has renewed vigor. He is back on his feet. And he is defending his home, his space, his space. It's like, no, no, no more. My space. I have my energy back. Okay? He's on his feet. He's passionate. And he's not giving up. And he's not moving. I'm hearing he's not moving. Wow, that just flew out of my mouth. So for some of you, they're not moving. Whoever was there is moving. They're not. Which is, in my situation, kind of surprising. But they did say they've changed. All right, so let's clarify. Spirit, can we clarify the Five of Wands in reverse? We've got the Two of Wands in reverse. Oh, I got to get another clarifier. Can I get an upright, Spirit? Something that doesn't have the shadow side so much on it. Can I get an upright? Thank you. Oh, I got two. Huh. So clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse is the Two of Wands in reverse. You know what I'm hearing? I mean, I'm just hearing that the Five of Wands is inner turmoil. It's inner. It's not external. I know it's in her home, but it's an inner struggle because of an inner choice. An inner choice. It's the Two of Wands is the new pathway. You know, it's like, which one are you going to stay on the path you've been on? Has it served you? Have you been happy on it? Did it bring you satisfaction, peace, joy, love, fulfillment? Did it bring any of those to you? If it did, then stay on that path. It's okay. It's your choice to make. But if you were miserable and that path just beat the hell out of you like mine did, then it's time to choose. But this is an inner turmoil. Okay? But then we've got the Seven of Wands and the Empress. So I totally feel like this is the feminine going through her shadow side, her inner struggles. And she's coming out on top. It's like she's coming out on top. And she's becoming the Empress. That's kind of fabulous. All in the home space too. That's courageous is what it is. I would expect the Empress attitude to come out once she gets her own space. But no, she's like, I'm just spreading out in this space. Wherever I am. I'm hearing wherever I am. Wherever I am. Doesn't matter where I end up. Wherever I am. I'm going to be my Empress. I'm going to be the Empress. I've chosen. I'm hearing I've chosen. Yes. I finally believe he is my Emperor. I am the Empress. And you're going to step into that power and then, whoo, we need to see what happens after that. Okay? Moving on to the heart. What is on the masculine's heart? What is he feeling today? What are those feelings and emotions and whatever? What's going on in the gooey, ooey, gooey center? It's the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. That's good fortune. That's hard work. But it's also money. Practical. It's hard-earned money. This is not a windfall. This is something that they worked for. You know, it's a learning, a perfecting of skills. Maybe in his heart he's doing the work. Maybe that's just a euphemism from Spirit to say he's doing the work. He's working hard. In his heart, his emotions is to work hard. It's almost like he has a hard time connecting with his emotions, so he goes back to the money thing. Something tangible that he can hold and he can polish and shine and work on. Okay, because that he knows that energy. That energy is familiar to him. The whole cups thing, maybe not so much. But hard work and determination. This man is standing his ground. He's back on his feet, and he's got love on his mind. Let's see what's going on in the heart of the feminine. Oh, and I keep dropping everything. Oh, she's in the Queen of... Oh, yeah, because she stepped into the Empress. She's going to be every queen, guys. When you step into that Empress power, you are every queen. But what queen is she in on Tuesday? She's in love. She is all up in her emotions, and her intuition is off the charts. Tuesday ought to be a really, really good vibe for me to do readings. If you guys need a reading, hit me up for Tuesday. Because if the Queen of Cups is coming into play, whoa, 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 I am on it. Yeah, this is the mothering, the nurturing, the queen of emotion and spiritual stuff. She's so intuitive. She can be kind of needy and codependent too, though. There's a neediness in this love. See, the king is balanced. The King of Cups is balanced in his emotion. The Queen of Cups is kind of that ooey gooey, I can't control my love emotions. Okay? So in her heart space, she is feeling it. Deep, deep today. What is going on in their hopes? What are they hoping for? What are their wishes? Because I really feel solidly, for whatever reason, that whatever we wished for is what's playing out. What was your wish? It's like I want to text my masculine and say, what did you wish? What did you wish? Because whatever it is what's going to happen, and I'd like to know. Did you wish for me? Or did you wish for something else? Did you wish for money? Did you wish for a new job? What did you wish? What was your wish? Okay? Whatever. That was my rant. Thank you very much. So, just totally, Spirit just wiped my brain clean. You know what I was just told? Be quiet. Too much. TMI, TMI, too much information. Be quiet. Don't tell everybody your thoughts. Wow, that's powerful. Thank you, Spirit. I thought that's what I was here for, was to tell everybody my thoughts. Apparently, just the collective. I need to keep my own journey out of this. And I apologize, guys. I get caught up too. All right, so what do we have? He's hoping for the Six of Pentacles. Isn't that exactly what she was hoping for last week? Wow. Yeah, equal reciprocity, fruits of your labor, unexpected money, could be that. He might be wishing for finances. He gets a little stuck in the whole solid, I can feel it, taste it, tangible thing. But this is equal give and take. This is balance, guys. It's balance. He's hoping for balance. And he's hoping that when he reaches out, that it will be received equally. What's she hoping for? Judgment. Judgment. She wants to breathe it back to life. She's like, okay, I understand. I've been enlightened. I understand my dilemma. I needed to choose. I needed to choose. I set up a plan B. I had a plan B. I had a karmic relationship with a soulmate all lined up just in case I said no to the dress. But I feel like she's saying yes to the dress. And her hope is, now that she's enlightened, she can take this judgment energy, because she knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. They both knew judgment had to happen. Was she going to judge him worthy, or was she going to judge him unworthy? And it looks like she's willing to judge him worthy. And she understands now that it was not, ooh, that's deep. It was not the Creator that was judging. It was her. This was her judgment. This was her injustice. This was epiphanic for her. Something very deep happened between these two people. And it molded and guided both of their lives in a very, very strange pattern. And with this new moon and all this stuff going on, we had to release old karma. We had to release and forgive. We had to let the trumpet, Gabriel's trumpet, sound. We had to bring up everything within us that kept our heart weighed down and our soul heavier than a feather. And we need to purge it and bring it all up. And this is like the biggie. This is the whale. This is the pink elephant. This is the one, guys. This is the one that made it through the release. This is the prize that you held on to. You know those pick a card readings? Did you let it go? Did you hold on to it? What was it? Was it worth holding on to? In this spread, it looks like you were holding on to this contract, this wish fulfillment. And you, the Empress, were the one calling this up for judgment. And he knows it's his contract. He knows. He's focusing on, he's not focusing on the prize, okay? Manifestation is delayed because of where he's focusing. He's focusing on the tangible. He's not focusing on the heart chakra, the unconditional love. This is all about wanting to work, wanting to perfect his skills, wanting to make money, wanting to care for her and bring her a solid offer of stability and security. And then he wants to share all his wealth with her equally. However, there's some emotions missing over here. This masculine's having a hard time stepping into his emotions. So we're going to look at more. But this judgment's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to choose. And I think you're going to choose to honor your contract. But I'm hearing some of you put a plan B in order. You've got a lineup. You're like, listen, I know when I get this close to union with my divine counterpart that shit's going to hit the fan. It's going to be a rough, rocky road. You knew you are an ascended master or working on becoming an ascended master. So you knew that this contract was going to be difficult. And you knew that you were going to have to pour your heart out and bleed all over everything and let go of all ego and let it die to be resurrected and healed and changed. You knew this. So it's going to happen one way or the other. But this masculine needs to get on board because I have a feeling that the feminine has a plan B. She has a plan B. But on Tuesday, her heart and soul is on the prize. She's still holding space. She's still wishing. She's still moving forward for judgment. But she's waiting on him. It might change. We've got more cards to go through, and then we've got the rest of the week, too. However, this is where they're at on Tuesday. Okay? She hasn't given up yet, but I'm hearing she has a plan B. Even if she doesn't know it. There's a plan B. She asked another soulmate to come and rescue her from this twin flame union. If she said a code word, or if she yelled uncle, or if she prayed, or whatever, if she chose to walk away, she had a plan B, and she still does. He needs to get on board before she chooses. And we've got the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I think it's supposed to be in the reverse. Because then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, and the Emperor. I don't know why Spirit told me to look at those, but he did. She did. It did. Mother, Father, God, creative energy, whatever you want to call it. All right, so this is the scoop, guys, okay? We're at the Ten of Swords has happened. I mean, it couldn't get any more painful or disillusioned or confusing or non-communicative. It's just been the worst it could be, all right? But he's hoping to turn that around. He's hoping that it turned around because he wants his Ten of Pentacles. He's still focusing on the damn money, which is not good. But finally, he lets his emotions in. Finally, he steps into the King of Cups to match her Queen of Cups. And then we've got the Emperor here to match her Empress. Guys, this is going to happen. I feel it. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. All right, so how do they bridge the gap? They manifest. Oh, my God. Okay, so he needs to become the magician, and in the whole story of the twin flame, he is the magician. She's the high priestess. They are, when they come together in union, they make magic. They have a divine energy to share with the world. So what does she need to do? Oh, am I supposed to read reversals? She needs to fill her cup still. I thought she had. Okay, girls, so back to the drawing board. Some of us, I don't know if I'm included in that, but some of us need to continue loving on ourselves, and we need to be careful about what we're wishing for. If you're wishing for sex, you know, that's not going to get you a permanent union. It might get you in bed with your divine masculine, but it's not going to interest him long enough to keep him, because he's not going to take anything less than his empress. And if you're going to compromise yourself by not recognizing your worth, by not loving on yourself in the most purest and highest of form, you're going to totally miss this boat. So make sure you're doing your work. It's coming. I feel it coming, guys. It's on the horizon. Don't miss the boat because you're missing the lesson. The biggie lesson for the feminines was codependence and unstable emotion. It was giving to everybody but themselves. They never filled their own cup. They went sick in the body, sick in the mind, sick in the soul, because they gave so much love to everybody else, but couldn't find enough forgiveness for their own soul to fill their own cup and love themselves. This has to change. It has to change, ladies, or we're not going to get there. We're going to miss the Empress, and we're going to miss the Judgment. Well, no, we won't. Judgment will happen one way or the other. All right, so what is Spirit's advice? How do they do it? The masculine, we got the yang. Aw, feels abandoned. But Spirit's saying you got to do it by the book. It's the 11 card, guys. It's the elephants, okay? It's the progression. It's the elephants represents memory, okay? An elephant never forgets. Elephant never forgets. Okay? But they can forgive, and they do. Elephants are big-hearted animals. They are so loving and forgiving. So, you know, the union, the number 11 card is you've got to do this by the book. You've got to do it with unconditional love, and you can remember all the shit that happened in the past. Of course you're going to remember it because you learned and expanded and grew from it. It was a catalyst. My nose is itching, so I know I'm on point. It was a catalyst, okay? So Spirit's saying it's okay to remember. Some of us are getting hung up on the whole thing. Well, I still remember it. It's still there. I can still remember it. Well, yeah, you're always going to remember it, but it's how you react to it. How does it trigger you? Are you still angry? Are you still yelling? Are you still demanding justice? Are you still... What is it triggering in you? Because there's a healing, there's a message in there for you, okay? If you're still having memories about the past that didn't work out, you know, the abandonment, the orphaned feeling, if you're still holding on to any kind of negative emotion with that, any negative emotion, even if it's self-pity, then you are not going by the book. Because the book says that you can remember it, but you cannot not forgive it. You've got to go at it with unconditional love. You have to forgive. Okay? Spirit's saying, you know, it's almost like a child stomping their foot and saying, I don't want to forgive and forget. I can't forget. I can't forget. I can forgive, but I can't forget. And Spirit's saying, exactly. Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to forgive and not forget because the lesson was important. It was a catalyst. You were meant to learn this lesson. It was not meant to be easy. It was by the book. All right? So if you're still have memories, think about it. Wallow in it. Walk down memory lane. Does it trigger you? Are you still crying? Is there still low vibrational energy there? Or are you feeling kind of a smirk, and you're like, oh, what a dirty devil he was, you know? He was such a kid, though. I really love him. I know he's okay. I think he's changed. We can do this. You know, what emotions do you attach to these memories with your masculine in the past? And if it's still a low vibrational energy, then you have not filled your own cup. You cannot be angry at him because he is you. He is your other half. If you're angry at anything to do with him, you are still not fully in love with yourself. You're still angry with an aspect of yourself. Do the work. Buy the book. Head to sea. Some of you still haven't moved out. You still haven't gone. You're afraid to leave the shore. You're like, once I'm out there, I'm afloat all by myself. But look at this. This girl, she's got an arrow, a weather vane maybe? I don't know what they're called. But she has one in the back and one in the front. No. I can't tell, but it looks like it might be binoculars on a stick on the back. But she head out to sea in a paper boat. It's a paper boat, guys. It's origami. And she's in the water with it. There's literally a snake on... these are tiny. I don't know if you can see them. But it looks like a serpent on the side of that paper boat. And there's binoculars on a stick in the back. And there's a weather vane with an arrow pointing forward. I totally don't know what that snake represents. But it's in the figure 8. So this could be the, you know, snake shedding its skin. Renewal of life. A lot of esoteric knowledge. Symbolism is the snake eating its tail. It's the continuity. It's the ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle, because we are infinite beings. And this is being driven and guided by spirit, because there's a face in the clouds watching over this person heading out to sea. This is going within your emotions, lady. It's a feminine in the boat. It's a paper boat. You're going to have to sink. You're going to have to go below the surface. You're not going to be able to stay on top anymore. You're going to have to let your boat just absorb the water and disintegrate and drop you deep into your emotions. You're going to have to go to the underground, and you're going to have to stay there until you can come up focused and renewed with a sense of forgiveness and clarity. And this is blind faith. I'm hearing that we've been saying, oh, but we can't make a choice until we hear the truth. No, this is the divine calling us out on our bullshit and saying, you cannot put conditions on unconditional love. It cannot be done. It cannot be done. So if you're holding out for him to do something, or he's holding out for you to do something, then neither one of you have learned your lessons yet. Because that is not unconditional love. And this union cannot happen until the heart has got wings. And the soul is as light as a feather. That's the whole underworld. It's going before the council. It's the Anubis. It's the whole, you know, it's the whole story, guys. It's all symbolic. So, women, you still need to go deep. The guy, the yang's like, I'm ready. I'm making magic. Look at... I'm the magician, and I've got all this power in my hands. Look at me, look at me. I'm ready, I'm ready. But he feels orphaned. He feels abandoned. Nobody loves me. Poor, poor, pitiful me. Okay, but then it says we got to do this by the book. We got to do it by the book. You can't just get all needy and step into that unbalanced, codependent neediness again and go rushing over to your masculine because you know he's ready for it and he's feeling orphaned. But guess what? This is the lesson. He needs to overcome his fear of abandonment, his fear of change, his fear of being orphaned and rejected. And you ladies, you got to get over, you got to go deep. You've got to learn to forgive this injustice that he brought to your life, to many lifetimes, I'm hearing. So this are the obstacles. Spirit is saying, I'm telling you, once you do this, messages are going to start coming. message in a bottle and then land of milk and honey. But these are your obstacles, guys. These are the obstacles. He needs to stop with the pity party. He needs to heal the inner child that felt abandoned and orphaned and unchosen and codependent and all that icky stuff that he's been carrying. Fear of commitment. I don't want to commit because I might get rejected. I don't want to commit because I might get rejected. I don't think my heart could handle rejection. Because when I was a child, there was a huge letdown, a huge feeling of rejection, of being orphaned, of being let go, of not being chosen. And that hurts, and it hurt really bad. And I know I've got to heal it, but I'm just at a 5. You're at a 7. She's at a 7. He's at a 5. He's changing. But he feels powerful, ladies. He feels it. Intuitively, he knows. And he is, in the 5D, totally manifesting this in the 5D. Totally. But in the 3D, there's still some pain. There's still some brokenness that needs to heal. And she needs to go deep, and she needs to release, because all these pent-up emotions, it's like she has carried this cup meticulously for years and years and years. And she only brought it out when she was by herself and took a look at it. Usually it was a coveted belonging, put away, tucked away, as a memory of a could have been, should have been, would have been moment in her life. The one thing she dreamed about, the one place that she thought she could go because it felt like home. Felt right. Just felt right. She needs to go deep, and she needs to forgive. She needs to forgive, because that was painful. It was very painful. Looks like it was painful for him too. See, there's still clarity that needs to happen. Spirit's not saying that you're not going to get your clarity. What Spirit is saying is that you can't put conditions on unconditional love. The choice needs to happen before the clarity comes. You're not going to get your Ace of Swords, ladies. You're not going to get your Ace of Swords, gentlemen. No. Correction. Spirit says the ladies want the Ace of Swords. The gentlemen want the Eight of Wands. They want communication. They want her to communicate with them. Okay? Because they're feeling abandoned. But that's their lesson to learn. That's what you're teaching them. As the feminine, if you reach out and if you coddle them and heal them, then the cycle starts all over again. He didn't get to learn his lesson. You've got to let him suffer and come to his own choice, his own conclusion. He has to do the work. You cannot do it for him. And why would you do it for him? You still haven't done it for yourself. You're still struggling with your cup. You know? He would have never hurt you or run around on you or cheated on you or lied to you or was deceptive to you if you hadn't said yes to it, if you hadn't allowed the behavior, if you hadn't excused the behavior, if you hadn't been so needy as to, you know, oh, you can do anything. I don't care what you do. Just don't leave me. Don't leave me. I love you. Please don't leave me. All that fucking codependent shit. You don't think that scared the hell out of him with his abandonment issues? This was just set up for disaster in the beginning. But we've learned and we've grown. And now we are being divinely supported by all this moon energy, all this planetary action, this driving force, the spiritual awakening. And this is coming. I'm frustrated with myself as well as with all of us. Frustrated with the masculines. I'm frustrated with us feminines. I'm frustrated because it's so fucking clear. I've been watching videos and I've been doing my own readings, and it's so clear. It's like Spirit couldn't make it any clearer if they came and stamped it on your forehead so you could read it in the mirror, because you know what would happen? You'd see it reversed in the mirror and think it was a lie. And you're right back to the Seven of Cups where you're confused and don't know what the hell you're thinking. When all you needed to do was change your perspective and recognize that it was a mirror. What he was doing to you was a mirror. He was mirroring back to you your own brokenness. You think it's just self-respect that you need to work on? Hell no. He is your twin. He is your other half. You have the feelings of abandonment. You have feelings of being orphaned. You have self-esteem issues. You feel left out in the cold. because you mirror each other. It's a lesson here. This is a lesson. It's so freaking plain to see. It's on your forehead. Change your perspective. Whatever you're looking at when you do mirror talk, remember, he is the reflection staring back at you. And if you can't look it in the eye and love on it and feel comfortable with it, every single pore, every single wild hair, freckle, frown line, the soul of the eyes. If you can't look into the eyes of your own image, you will never be able to be with this counterpart. Because that's you, babe, all in a nutshell. So we both need to do this. This is both of us. He needs to forgive her or himself. I'm hearing he needs to forgive himself. She needs to forgive him. That's this card for both of them. Then this side, we've got the orphan card. It's the Five of Swords. It's feeling left out in the cold. It's begging for a change. You know? The fear of abandonment and the fear of rejection and the loneliness of feeling unchosen is a card they both need to learn. See, that was the key, guys. That's the milk and honey. I hope we figure it out now. That's the key. It's the rainbow. It's the milk and honey, the land. It's going from the 5 to the 6 to the 7. Holy shit. 5, 6, 7. This is a progression. Spirit is saying we can totally do this. This is the key. The key is to forgive these two things in yourself and in each other. And you can't do his and he can't do yours. But by doing your own, you're doing his for him. And by doing his own, he's doing yours for you. You are complementary to each other. Whatever work you're learning, whatever thing he's learning, you're integrating it. That's the integration. That is the alchemy. That is the balancing of the masculine and feminine energy. It's all playing out in the 3D as a soap opera drama, you know. But there's the key right there. The key to your milk and honey, to getting your message in a bottle. Communication. That's what Spirit just said. Nope. This needs to happen for this to happen. And when this happens, this is going to happen. And I don't know who's going to give in first. I really don't. It's a 6 also. So we've got a 15 and we've got a 51. They're both 6s. And then we've got that on top of the 11. 11, balance, feminine, masculine, yin, yang. That's the 11. It's the duality. It's the gateway. Okay, it's the bringing together of the duality. Then you've got the 6s. The 6s is the alchemy. It's the alchemy. It's taking the 1 and the 1 and bringing them together as the 2. And then it's become 6 because there's equal reciprocity, equal give and take. Equal. 6s is about movement. Wow, this is awesome. It's just awesome. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Emperor is on the board, guys. The Queen of Cups, we got 2 power couples. We got the King and Queen of Cups, and we've got the King, or the Emperor and the Empress. This is beautiful. I got to see what the lesson for the day was. The lesson of the day is to forgive. Oh my God! You can't make this shit up. The apology needs to happen. Communication needs to happen. Wow. But you got to do your work first. This is all, you know, the lesson. The lesson is the hardest lesson of all of it. The whole thing wrapped up in a nutshell. There's been lots of lessons learned in this union. But the biggie, the big lesson here to be learned is to learn to forgive and apologize and be truthful and honest and bare your soul and just be, you know, that page filled with hope and renewal and love and and a new beginning. Wow. Okay, that's your reading. I'm done. Not really. I'm going to throw a couple romance angels. This is beautiful. I sure hope we're not just getting caught up in the damn magic. Healing family issues. That's what he's doing. I know that. Oh, reconciliation, guys. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Tell me more. Tell me more. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Wow. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yeah, just keep doing the work, guys. Keep doing the work. Work on you. Quit focusing on him or her. Do your work, because when you do your work, you're doing their work. I got playfulness. Let go of control issues. Deception. You're lying to yourself, guys. And you need to forgive the deception, okay? And if anybody in this relationship shows up to this conversation with a false mask on, you need to call their shit out right then and there. You need to say, nope, negative. You drop the facade or we're not having this conversation, because I ain't playing with the pretend you anymore. Okay? Keep an open mind. See, I just went on my rant. I was just triggered. Did you see that? Thank you, Spirit. I was just triggered. And I went off on my little rant about the whole deception thing. And guess what? Spirit slammed me and said, keep an open mind. Your soulmate is different from your usual type and expectations. He's different. They're checking me. Unconditional love. Apparently, I thought I had done it, guys. I thought I had forgiven, but I guess I still have a little forgiving left to do. A little bit of inner love needs to happen still. And I hope that if you guys are in the same boat, you will take heed. Okay? Take heed. Where are you? I just got triggered right here in front of you. Right here. Slam. Tested by the divine. For all of YouTube to see. Wow. We have you deserve love, a wedding, soulmate. This could be the one, chemistry, getting to know each other. Spirit's telling me, you know what, this whole deck could pertain to this whole thing, because, you know, there's so many facets and so many lessons in this that almost any card that comes out is going to be a healing card for you. Okay? So that is your daily vibe for Tuesday the 12th. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. You might want to go out to sea. You might want to head out to the sea of heartbreak. You got to feel those emotions, do some more crying and releasing. And he needs to get over feeling abandoned. He needs to stop feeling abandoned, because his feminine never abandoned him. Never. I think his mom and dad might have, but I don't think it, or someone else did. But I don't think his feminine did. But it's still, well, you know what, Spirit just checked me again and said, no, in past lives, that did happen. They take turns catalyzing each other. So he could have been the asshole in this life, and she was the asshole in the last life, you know. Could go. Could be. Could go that way. All right, I'm letting you guys go. I do love you. Please come back on Wednesday, and we will see you then.